Hi Detroit Prep artists. I had a couple of friends ask for a tutorial on our 3D hallway from our, our Creativity Corner project today. I wanted to take you through a quick step-by-step so that you can make another one if you would like. The first thing that we're gonna do, and again, I'm doing this in marker so you guys can see a little bit more easily. If you want to do this in marker and you feel comfortable with that, that's great. If you would like to use a pencil in case you make a mistake, also great, your choice. I have my paper right here, and I'm gonna, in the middle, draw a smallish square. Not too small, not too big. I want to get my lines as straight as I can. If you want to use a ruler for this or another straight edge, you can do that. If you want to do it freehand, you can do that as well. Right. I'm going to put this underneath my paper to protect my working surface from my Sharpie, because my next step is to connect each of my corners, each of the square corners, to the corner of my paper. My lines are now all connected between the corner of my paper and the corner of my square on each of the sides. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4. The next step is to draw a straight line. I'm going to start off in this section up here, a straight line from the top of my square to the edge of my paper. And again, I have a piece of paper underneath my project paper because I'm drawing with Sharpie and I want to protect my writing surface. So straight line from the top of my square to the top of my paper. My next step is to draw 2 more lines in this section, but I want to make sure that I'm giving myself space on either side of my lines because I'm going to be drawing another diagonal line. And I want to make sure that my lines have a little bit of space between it to make the illusion of a 3D hallway look really good. So in between this line and this line, I'm going to draw another diagonal line from the top of my square to the top of my paper. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Like that. Now, I'm going to do this section next. So I'm going to flip my paper, again, line up to the top, straight line in the middle, diagonal line in between. Now before I do these 2 sections, and I know we did it a little bit differently in Creativity Corner, this makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to now draw my horizontal, it'd be horizontal if I put this back up at the top. Lines across, and you can do as many of these as you want. I'm going to do about 3. I'm going to turn my paper over, and again we're going to do more horizontal straight lines connecting my 2 diagonal lines that go from the corner of my paper to my square corner. Wow, it's already starting to look 3-dimensional. Great. My next step is to repeat that same process, this time on my 2 empty sections. Now, I have a lot of lines going on, so actually before I do this last section, I'm going to do the lines across on this side first. And if you want to try to connect the corners of your line, you can. Mine aren't going to line up perfectly. I'm just going to try my best. They don't have to line up. Like, see, I have an extra line over here because this section was bigger. I'm just going to do a little bit, another line right there. So now I have the walls on 3 sides. I'll flip my paper and do my last empty section. Like this. And maybe I can do one more line right here since I have. Cool. All right, so if you did this in pencil, awesome. You can go ahead and trace your pencil lines with a dark color coloring tool, then erase your lines, and you are ready for some color. I have some colored pencils right here, so I'm just gonna start to color in boxes. To make a checkerboard box, I'm gonna skip over this box and color in this box. I'm gonna do that all the way around this row, then I'll do it all the way around this row. The important thing is when you are working is you wanna try to make sure that you have an empty box or a box with a different color next to the boxes that you're coloring in right now. That way it will look more three-dimensional. If you would like, you could do the grid pattern in the square right here, or you could draw something in it. For example, I could draw some clouds in here. My gold has a broken point. So I'm going to draw my sun with my Sharpie until I can color it in so that it looks like I'm looking through a skylight. You could make this square a window. Really use your curiosity and creativity to come up with what you want to put in this square so that it looks like it's far away. Right? And that's it. We're just going to finish coloring everything in. I could add some more things up here. Maybe I want to make it look like my clouds are going around the edge of my box in the middle. And then when you're all done coloring in, you're all done. Great work today, guys, and I'm excited to see what these look like when they're done, and I'll see you next time.